Good evening, everyone. Before I begin my speech, I just want to first and foremost thank NAUDL for this amazing opportunity. Thank you to SWOODL for providing me with a support system all 3 years of my debate career. I want to thank my family for driving me to debate tournaments at the crack of dawn for the last 4 years, my lab leaders at camp, Riley, Emilio, Mateo. Thank you to my debate partner, Eli. Your curiosity and persistence continues to inspire me. As you know, I started debating in public forum, and I want to thank Vu for showing me how beautiful policy can be. And finally, thank you to my coach, Ms. Rachel, my first coach, my first mentor, my first introduction to this crazy world. I would never be who I am and where I am today without you. Today, accepting this award, I want to be completely honest with you all. I joined this game initially because I wanted to win. Growing up in a household where dinnertime conversations were more like UN peacekeeping missions, my Vietnamese parents taught me that to speak up is to risk conflict, that most times it is better to nod and to smile than to challenge ideas. Debate was my rebellion. My first few tournaments, I was absolutely enamored with this activity. I studied each technique, listening to my coach religiously. I watched videos ranging from intro to international relations to genetic engineering. I was addicted to the prospect of having 8 uninterrupted minutes to speak, to be heard. I fell in love with this activity quickly, passionately, probably naively. But one day, as I grew more competitive, I began to notice a little pattern in the feedback I received. Your arguments are better, but I don't like the pitch of your voice. You should really smile more, be presidential. He was passionate, but you sounded way too emotional, aggressive. Charisma, exude charisma. To me then, debate was a game. So obviously, I would change anything necessary to win. And so I did. I molded myself into what judges thought a winner should look like. Pristine black blazer, measured tone, generic arguments about global catastrophes. I became a master of performative perfection, of saying exactly what was expected of me. And the amount of mental work I had to do about my appearance so that my arguments would be heard was kind of absurd. Don't interrupt your opponents, you'll look aggressive, but don't be a pushover, you'll look weak. Stand your ground, but make sure you are polite. Smile, don't forget to smile. While I was good at this for a while, I was exhausted, and winning started to feel hollow. Because underneath it all, I was screaming, am I good enough? Do I even belong here? This all started to change after I discovered Bell Hook's writing while researching for NAUDL's iResolve program. Reading her research on race, feminism, and its impact on systemic silencing made me question the very assumptions I subscribed to, the very stereotypes I molded myself into. It made me question what exactly constitutes as being presidential? Or why do I have to change who I am, wear what I hate, read arguments I cannot connect to in order to win? And after discovering this, I began to yearn for more. Learning of people's stories and experiences became my passion. And after finding out how many of my debate friends shared this very same experience with harmful stereotypes in debate, I decided that this will be the problem I want to address. For too long, the debate community has operated under rigid stereotypes, expectations of pristine suits, traditional presentations, and conventional approaches to debate. And by prioritizing wins over authenticity, we create false dichotomies on what a proper debater looks like, inadvertently suppressing many talented individuals' voices in the process. But Debate, paradoxically, was the very same tool that helped me and many others question these same structures. As I connected with debaters who viewed this activity as so much more than just a game, I discovered the empowering nature of this activity. I found debaters who weave together personal narratives and experiences in their cases, advocating for issues that were meaningful to them. This inspired me to create my own advocacy centered around Vietnamese feminism, exploring the intersections of colonialism with and the treatment of female knowledge production. I started to walk into rounds, not only challenging my opponent's arguments, but also questioning the limiting beliefs our community holds for debaters. What is a winner, really? And why have we predetermined what a winner should look like, sound like, or be packaged as? The presidential standard that we hold debaters to, it was never meant for women like me, for women of color, for anyone who doesn't fit a traditional mold. Therefore, every round became a chance to challenge these stereotypes. Every speech, an opportunity to prove that excellence and authenticity are not mutually exclusive. Every word, a new moment of change, of resistance. Debate taught me that these moments are powerful, that they are important, that my real voice, the one with unfiltered emotions and passions, matters. When I stopped conforming to institutional expectations, when I stopped molding myself into what other people wanted me to be, my debate career began to skyrocket. And most importantly, it became so much more meaningful to me. So this is what debate has taught me, and this is what I have to say. Our community has the power to be both a competitive space and a force for social progress. Institutions have patterns. Old ideas and norms have crumbled, and new trends will always form. And every generation of debaters, of coaches, and judges have the power to remake this institution. We need daring debaters, supporters, to step up, ones with enthusiasm, energy, and audacity to make the debate community and the world a better place. Because of debate, I have not only discovered my authentic voice, but I've also developed the courage to use it in service of something so much larger than myself. For me, debate is so much more than just a game. It is a vehicle for change. It is my community, my home. This activity changed my future by teaching me that success is not about fitting into spaces designed for others, but rather it is about transforming those spaces to make room for everyone. And when I look around this room tonight, I see hundreds of stories like mine. Each of you has your own journey, your own battles with self-doubt, your own moments of triumph. Whether you're a competitor, a coach, or a supporter, you're a part of a legacy that can break down barriers. So for everyone that is listening to this, we need to keep pushing our boundaries, our own limits, to transform this activity into one that celebrates diversity of thought, of presentation, and of identity. Thank you.